जीवन प्राप्नोति पुरुषः संख्ये जय पराजयो मृतस्य तु हृषिकेश भंग एव कुतो जय
Hello all. So today I want to talk about the death of Karna in the Mahabharata war. We all know that on the 17th day, Karna leading the Kaurava army is killed by Arjuna when his chariot wheel gets stuck in the mire. There is a story in the Mahabharata that there is a Brahmana who has cursed Karna because Karna killed his cow, that one day in battle his chariot wheel will be swallowed up of the earth and will result in his defeat. So what happens is that 16th and 17th day of the Kurukshetra war, Karna is the general of the Kaurava army, and on the 17th day, while fighting a duel with Arjuna, he gets killed. But I wanted to look at some of the incidents which surround this particular duel. What happens is that the left wheel of Karna's chariot gets stuck in the mud. Now, if the chariot wheel gets stuck in the mud, why can't a warrior still continue to fight? Is it unheard of in the Mahabharata? Is the first question. Second question, if his chariot wheel got stuck in the mud, is it not still possible for him to stay in the chariot and fight? Or is it not possible for him to jump to the ground and fight from the ground? Is this unheard of in the Mahabharata war? And the third and most important thing, what happens if some other warrior on his side comes and decides to help him by possibly taking him on to their chariot? Now, is this unheard of in the Mahabharata war? So these are three things which I wanted to look at. Why was Karna hell-bent on freeing his wheel and then only he wanted to fight? Why could he have not done one of the other three, which was to stay on the chariot and fight, get out of the chariot and fight on foot, and take help from some other warrior, get onto their chariot, figure out a new chariot, come back and fight? Are these things unheard of is what I wanted to explore. Another thing was the presence of a warrior by the side of Karna who, if he had wished, could have helped Karna to fight with Arjuna. That was Shalya, his charioteer. Why didn't Shalya do this? One story is that because Shalya is the uncle of the Pandavas and he had promised Yudhishthira that he will demean and disempower Karna before the war, so that Karna feels low when he is fighting with Arjuna, loses his heart. He has given this promise to Yudhishthira, but on the 17th day, when Shalya is riding with Karna into battle, he is not carrying any of this with him anymore. It's all been exhausted on day 16. Shalya has done his best to dishearten Karna. Karna has been disheartened. Karna has retorted back. All that has happened. Today, on the 17th day, before the battle with Arjuna, Karna asked Shalya something. He asked Shalya, if I were to be killed by Partha today in battle, what will you do? And Shalya says, Angaraja, Karna, if you are killed by Partha or Shvetavahana today in battle, I will fight in your stead and kill the Pandavas and Krishna. And Shalya says this with determination and with resolute belief, because by now he believes in Karna and what Karna is doing. But when this chariot wheel gets stuck, we suddenly find Shalya missing. Is it because charioteers are not supposed to fight? That's also wrong. Because we know from the Mahabharata war account, charioteers also carried weapons to fight with if required. So why does Karna not do any of the mentioned aspects before? So I decided to look into the Mahabharata to figure out, are there examples of people having done it? There are. First, there is the example of Shalya, the king of Madra, during the Bhishma Parva, the charioteer of Karna later, during the Bhishma Parva, when he is fighting with Shikhandin, his entire chariot is destroyed. And he gets on to the chariot of Kritavarman in order to continue the fight. Let me just figure out that page for you from the Bhishma Parva. I marked them. There it is. So what it basically says is, Etadi drishakam kritva madrarajo naradhipa aruroham ratham turnam bhaswaram kritavarmanaha. That the king of Madra got onto the car or chariot of Kritavarman. Now there are lots of other instances which talk about things like that. Bhima's chariot is destroyed twice, and both the times he fights on foot till he is rescued by someone else. Someone else arrives with a chariot and kind of takes him onto their chariot. It has happened with Shikhandin. When his chariot gets destroyed, he gets onto Arjuna's chariot and he fights for some time. So warriors whose chariots are demolished, broken, have lost their utility, have got on to other chariots to continue the fight. So why does Karna not do it? And this is not just in the Bhishma Parva, it's there all, this kind of example is present all through the 18 days of battle of warriors getting on into the chariots of other people. It's there. The second thing is fighting on foot. Bhishma fights on foot on one of the days when his chariot gets destroyed, and he keeps the entire Pandava army at bay fighting from the ground. Bhima has done that. At one point when Bhima's horses get killed, he stays on his chariot because all his weapons are there and he is fighting from the chariot. So we know of examples and instances where warriors have fought from the ground on when their chariot gets destroyed, and they have fought by getting on into the chariots of other warriors, and they have fought from their own chariots when their horses have been killed or are not able to pull the chariot anymore. So the question is, why does Karna not do any of these three? Now we know Karna to be a great warrior. Let me digress here for just 1 second. When Arjuna is going to fight Jayadratha, at that point during the day, there is an instance when Arjuna and Krishna discuss that their horses are very tired. They are not able to pull the chariot. So at that time Arjuna gets down from the chariot and he keeps on fighting while Krishna tends to the horses. He removes the barbs and arrows from their bodies, he soothes them, and he kind of gives them water till they are refreshed, and once again they can be yoked to the chariot and the fight continued. Excuse me. So Arjuna has also fought on foot. Now Karna is supposed to be as great a warrior as any of these other guys, be it Arjuna, Bhishma or Drona. So why does Karna not continue the fight on foot? Why does Karna not stay inside his chariot and continue the fight? Maybe because the left wheel has gotten into the ground and it's kind of lopsided, he can't do that. That's understandable. He could have fought from the ground. Some other warrior. Okay, by the 17th day, not too many warriors are left there. Duryodhana is there, Kritavarman, Kripacharya, Ashwathama, Shalya. These warriors are still there, but not in as great numbers as they were during the Bhishma Parva and Drona Parva, and maybe they are not around there. Maybe they are not near the spot where Karna is fighting with Arjuna. Is that a reason that nobody came to pick him up and he had to be on the ground? So even if he was on the ground, why did he fight from the ground? Why did he keep on trying to remove that wheel, chariot wheel from the mire? That's one question. The other thing is that during the Abhimanyu Vadha Parva, post the Abhimanyu Vadha Parva actually, when Arjuna is on his way to kill Jayadratha, at that time, Satyaki is attacked by Bhurishravas. And when Bhurishravas is about to kill Satyaki, from a distance Arjuna cuts Bhurishravas' arm and makes sure that Satyaki cannot be killed. So when Karna is now trying to lift the chariot wheel from the ground and Arjuna is going to kill him when Karna is not even fighting, why didn't any other Kaurava warrior do the same to Arjuna which Arjuna did to Bhurishravas? That's also another question which crops up. One reason here is that, like I said earlier, not too many soldiers or too many warriors are left at this point. Those who can support Karna. Maybe he's fighting with meager people. Maybe, as Mahabharata says, Arjuna has killed all the people who came with Karna to fight that day. Whenever these great warriors marched on into battle, they always had someone called wheel protectors. So Arjuna's wheel protectors were the two Panchala princes, Yudhamanyu and Uttamajaus. Same way Karna's own sons were his wheel protectors. They had someone in front of the chariot, behind the chariot. So it was not one singular chariot marching into battle. There was an entire array of other chariots around the main warrior's chariot who protected him, and it went forward like a phalanx, like a Roman phalanx maybe. So all these people have also been killed by Arjuna. So maybe Karna is stuck alone in the middle of the Pandava army, fighting all of them alone and also grappling with Arjuna at the time when his wheel gets stuck. And once his wheel gets stuck, why he does not continue to fight on foot but tries to remove the chariot wheel is a question I am not able to find an answer. And what happened to Shalya? Shalya, the man who promised him in the morning that I will kill Arjuna and Krishna if anything happens to you. Now this man is seeing that Karna is not able to get the wheel out and Arjuna is relentlessly attacking him. So why doesn't Shalya, who is a warrior, who has been fighting in this battle, not take up his weapons and oppose Arjuna? Why does he not do that? There are no rules of single duels left anymore. Everybody has been attacking everyone. Everyone has been cutting everyone else's weapons. All that has been accepted. So I find Shalya's presence to be missing in this moment to be really confusing. And I find it extremely confusing that why did Karna not fight on foot? Why was he trying to remove the chariot wheel when all he had to do was the same thing which Bhishma has done, which Arjuna himself has done, and him being the greater archer, or at least his PR is better, he's supposed to be the best archer. Why didn't he fight on foot and fight with Arjuna till more reinforcement came, or Kritavarma, Ashwathama, Duryodhana, some of these guys arrived there to help him? None of that happened. He goes and tries to remove the wheel, which I find to be extremely confusing. So through the Bhishma Parva till this point and even beyond, reports of warriors getting on to the chariots of other warriors is absolutely reported, and it was given that anytime a warrior loses his chariot or weapons, he is helped by other people. There are warriors who have fought on foot also. That also has occurred. So in the midst of all this great hero Karna, the general of the Kaurava army, why is he trying to lift his wheel out of his chariot is not comprehensible to me at all. If any one of you comes up with some interesting idea or thought about it, do mention in the comment section. So that's why I feel that maybe Karna was let down by his own army on this day. If there had been some more warriors somewhere around him to support him, maybe he would not have gotten into trying to remove the chariot wheel, but had actually kept on fighting while a new chariot arrives or some more warriors arrive to help him. Also, I find it kind of sad that Karna had to become the general of the Kaurava army only after Bhishma and Drona. Duryodhana does that out of some kind of piety, and he makes Bhishma the first general who promises that he will not kill the Pandavas. He makes Drona the next general, who also promises he will not kill the Pandavas. He makes Karna the general only after these two have fallen. And Karna is destroying the Pandava army at a great rate. I mean, in the 2 days, the amount of destruction he causes is more than the destruction caused by either Bhishma or Drona. Even though Karna has promised that he will not kill the rest of the Pandavas, if Karna had been the general right at the start, maybe the story of the Mahabharata war would have been different. Karna coming in third to be the general of the Kaurava army is almost like a great attacking opening batsman, maybe like Virendra Sehwag or Sachin Tendulkar coming down 8 down or 9 down to bat doesn't make sense. So yeah, some food for thought.
प्रभा मंडल भरो झंकार बोलो, जगत की ज्योतियों निज द्वार खोलो, तपस्या रोचि भूषित ला रहा हूं, चढ़ा मैं रश्मि रथ पर आ रहा हूं,